Hi guys, so today I'm gonna show you guys how I achieved this everyday sultry soft glam look. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bianchi face primer matte. This is what I use in place of milk of magnesia, and I've used it for many years. It has worked for me. But if you're going in for professional makeup, please, if you can afford it, get the original milk of magnesia. But for now, this one is actually for chest burn relief. So it's called Mist Matte. It's much more affordable than milk of magnesia. So this is the second primer I use because I have quite an oily skin, and honestly, so far without this, no matter the primer I use, my face still gets oily. So until I see what works for me, this is my go-to. So even if I use regular face primer for the purpose of makeup and skincare, I still go in with this as the second layer so that everything can set properly and my makeup can last longer. Next, I'll be color correcting with my LA Girls color corrector. I only use this for my under eye because that is the only place I feel like I need to color correct on my face. Then I'll be going in with my two shades. This one is lighter than this for my under eye, for my highlighter. So this one is lighter than this. So I'll be using this too. So far I still use LA Girl Pro concealer. So those are still my go-to. Okay, this one is still concealer, but like for the parts of my face that needs this dark shade, of course. So these guys, I'm not a professional makeup artist, I don't know the terminologies, but I'm going in with this dark shade for the parts that I need it for. I'll be using this Para Orekelewa eyeshadow. It's a 4-color eyeshadow palette. This one is an oldie. I've had it for a few years. So this is what it looks like inside. So I'm just going in for a very minimal look. It's not going to be so crazy. So I'll probably be using this pink and this dark shade here to get a very natural look. So I'm going in with this Pink Beauty blush powder by Jordana Cosmetics. I don't know about other people that replace their makeup, but some of these makeups I've had for a couple of years and they don't show any signs of expiration. So I'm going in with this Ava Cosmetics 24-hour loose mineral glow. Guys, this is my all-time favorite glow. I don't want to open it because if I do, it's gonna make a mess, but it's very shimmery, very highly pigmented, and so far my favorite shimmery, my favorite highlighter. Like, I don't even want to talk too much, but you will see it when I use it. So I'm going in with this drugstore eyeliner by Victory Story. I'll be using the Mega Impact mascara by Kiss Beauty. For face powder, I'll be using the Let's Face It 6-color powder palette by Ezekiel Cosmetics. I love this powder so much because of this particular shade. Like, before I will only see powders that these ones are okay, but these two always like too light, too bright for my skin. So for the first time I saw a palette that really has the ones that are really good for my highlight and contour, and so far so good. So this is what I'm using to finish my look for today. So guys, I'll be starting with prepping my face by using my face toner, face serum and face cream. So of course your face has to be duly cleansed and moisturized.
before you start putting on your products. This helps to keep your skin healthy so that you don't have breakouts or whatever skin issues people might have from applying makeup. And just keep your skin healthy before you start applying products. So I decided to do my brows off camera because it takes a lot of time. I know that a lot of times I've tried to film makeup videos, it takes a lot of time to do brows, like sometimes 15 minutes or thereabouts. So I decided to do it off camera. Anyway, into the makeup, I noticed that the eyeshadow is not so pigmented, so I decided to use Vaseline. I use Vaseline or shea butter as my favorite eyeshadow base. So when I used it, I noticed that it became more pigmented. Yeah, so I don't buy eyeshadow base. I usually use Vaseline or shea butter as primer to apply eyeshadow, and it always gives me the result that I desire. So guys, I noticed the audio for this video was a little bit messed up, so I decided to do voiceovers instead. Anyway guys, I don't know about other people, but applying eyeliner, even though it's my favorite part of makeup because of how it highlights your eyes and makes it pop, especially if you have my kind of bulgy eyes, still it is my most difficult process. Like any mistake, you have messed up your makeup. But I love it because once I do my eyeliner, I feel like my makeup is ready. Also lately I don't like going into my inner eye, so I just do half of my eye length. I do not go into my inner eye.
I don't like to apply my mascara now, so let's color correct.
Alright, so now it's time to color correct. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, forget the video, forget the speeding up of the video. This process is hard, and it's mostly because of the whitish primer, which is the Mist Mag, which I use in place of Milk of Magnesia. So I want to say once again, if you can afford Milk of Magnesia, please do you, but it's quite pricey compared to this one. But this one gives me the result that I need. But if you are a professional makeup artist, you can go for for Milk of Magnesia, so that your clients can get the worth of their money, right? But since this is for my personal use, I just use Mist Mag. But it's kind of hard because at this point the drug has dried, so it's hard to apply that. If you're not careful, you will use too much product on your face. So you can see that for this look, I'm not using foundation at this point. I'm only gonna use foundation at the end of applying everything, just to blend out all the concealers and highlighters so I can have a uniform look. So stay tuned, you're gonna see how it turns out at the end. You know how they say trust the process. Yeah, at this point my concealer made a mess, but the show has to go on. If you remember, I showed you two highlighters in the beginning of this video. I used the brighter one at my inner eye, so now I'm using the one that is my actual skin tone at the edge of my eyeliner to, you know, blend it out and, you know, just blend everything out to have a uniform look. So guys, I'm still gonna keep blending, and then also at this point I went in with my foundation for my cheeks. So what I'm doing right now is to use that foundation to dab over all the edges of the concealer, so you can see it's quite exhausting. I'm tired at this point, but if you can get this right, then your makeup look is gonna look perfect. So from what you can see, of course my foundation is my skin tone, so you can see that my face is the same color with my hands and my neckline, you know. So what I'm doing now is to use my foundation blender to blend everything, blend into my edges, into my neckline, and so on. Just get everything set for the powder. So I'm going to mix this and this, combining those two. I feel like the white highlighter powder is right for me, so I mix it with the other brightest one to give me a tone that spells with skin tone. So I'm just gonna use all that highlighter. I love to use this particular kind of brush for my nose to give it that thinner look. Before, I just use my regular big brush, and it's gonna make my nose look big. So I'm glad I found this hack. Now I've changed to my regular big concealer brush. So this is one I use for my powder, and I'm just using it to go over my concealer areas, which are my forehead, the sides of my nose, my chin, and, you know, just blend the powder into my skin. Now I'm going in with my blush. I love my blush light and, you know, very minimal. Let it just be there like it's not there. And how I achieve this is by applying it when I have not blended in with my finishing powder. So I apply it. Sometimes I apply it before applying my concealer, or I just apply it before blending out the highlighter, so it kind of, the highlighter kind of covers it a little bit. So like I said, it's gonna be there like it's not there. So guys, I do not know what happened to my camera, but at this point this is what I got. The picture quality dropped to ground zero, and I found this out when I was editing. I didn't know what to do with this clip. I was like, should I post this video or not? I was so like, you know, I don't know what to call it, but, you know, I was like, I have to post this video. Like, I put in the effort, I have to put it out there. Anyway guys, so I have finally blended everything with my finishing powder, and then I applied my setting spray from Kiss Beauty. So now I'm going in with my Avon highlighter. Is the shimmery one. So I'm just going in with my, I'm using it for the bridge of my nose, the tip of my lips, and my cheek. Because it's highly pigmented, I try to make it as light as possible, so it may not come out very well because of, like I said, the picture quality of this particular clip, which is the last clip that should have brought out the beauty of this look. Guys, I don't even know what happened, but please bear with me. And, you know, at this point I'm done with my makeup, so I'm just gonna go put on my wig and show you guys everything, how it turned out. So typical me, I forgot to apply mascara. This is like my everyday makeup error. So forgive me, I already wore my wig before I remembered, but here it is.
Thought I heard you, that you disappeared.